What is up, guys? I am Lethal, and today we'll be discussing the very unfortunate passing of Lil Loaded. First off, I just want to start off by saying my deepest and most sincere condolences go out to his friends and family, because I'm definitely no stranger to losing a close loved one from them taking their own lives. So I 100% know what they're going through. So I wish them the absolute best in regards to moving forward and getting through this mental hurdle of having to live without their loved one. So like I said, I wish them the best and my deepest condolences. Now, according to headlines and screenshots of one of his closest friends basically confirming that he took his own life after finding out his girlfriend cheated on him. Now, what makes this even more sad, rather than him simply passing away, is the fact that he was so young, gifted, and had a very bright future ahead of him. Now, whether you want to say he's talented or not, I guess you can say that's subjective in opinion more than fact. But the fact of the matter is, he had a nice amount of followers on Instagram. He's verified. He was an up-and-coming artist, and he was only 20 years young. I mean, the guy was younger than me. I'm gonna be 23 this year, and he was younger than me. He seemingly had something good going for him, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that most wish they can get, and now that's all basically over because his girlfriend cheated on him, and it absolutely broke him to his core, which I completely understand. Most of us go through some type of heartbreak. A lot of us are no strangers to getting cheated on, and I'm sure some of y'all are no strangers to cheating on people. So, it's a very common human thing for people to experience, but it's just a matter of if we are mentally strong enough to get through it. So it's really sad that this is how he went out, especially so young. So I basically want to get into the things that we can take away from this and learn from this, because this is actually something that you can really learn from, so that some others may not repeat this themselves. So this is in no way, shape, or form me trying to slander him. This is strictly educational purposes. I am analyzing what happened based on the facts, and I'm giving my overall outlook and thoughts on it. It's simply that and nothing more. So as you can see from the title, it says why men need to master their emotions. Now, by master their emotions, I mean we need to be able to not let our emotions control us to do irrational things, to say or do anything that may not be in our best interest, that won't benefit us and may harm others unintentionally or intentionally. If a person is very emotional, they're not going to be very logical and methodic with what they do and what they say, and that can be very detrimental to the person. Because let's say I'm working at customer service for Walmart, right, and I am at the cashier. I work cashier, right, and a customer is giving me an attitude because the card reader isn't reading the card and it's giving them problems, and they're coming at me crazy. Now, if I'm somebody that's not in control, it's not a master of their emotions, I'm gonna get emotional, I'm gonna lash out.
What, you fat, you ugly, and you stink, monkey? Shut up with your ugly ass.
And that's probably gonna result in me getting fired. So people who are emotional cannot and should not be working in customer service type jobs. You know what I mean? But if I am in control of my emotions, and I can recognize that this person is not necessarily mad at me, but they're mad at external factors, and even if they are mad at me, I still need to be able to control myself and how I act and what I say. And that's how men in particular need to be, because nobody likes an emotional man, especially women. Women biologically tend to be more emotional thinkers and feelers, while men tend to be more logical thinkers and doers. So that's just how it is. I'm not making this up, but this is how it tends to be. So men really need to focus on mastering their emotions and being in total control, rather than letting your emotions control you, because it can really be a self-sabotaging, destructive thing to not have in your grasp. Now, the next thing I want to go into is scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset. Now, what I mean by that is when you have a scarcity mindset, you view something as being in very low quantity. So if something were to happen to said thing that you have that is in scarcity, you're going to be way more emotionally charged. If you were to lose it, or if it were to get broken or stolen, versus if it was in high quantity versus scarcity. So for example, a better example, let's say you're a millionaire, right? And you invested $10,000 into a specific stock in a company. And for whatever reason, the stock absolutely tanks and you lose all your money. You lose all 10 G's. Now, if you're a millionaire, clearly money isn't of scarcity. You have a abundance of money. So that 10 grand, sure, you may be upset about losing that 10 grand, but you will not be as emotionally charged and financially hurt over that 10 grand. Versus if you're somebody in the middle or lower middle class and you invest 10 grand into a specific stock in a company and you lose all that 10 grand, not only is it going to actually hurt way more financially, but since money is more of a scarce thing rather than more of an abundance thing, you're going to be way more emotionally charged and it's going to hurt a whole lot more. Now, this can be basically applied to women. There's millions and millions and millions of adult single women on this planet. And if you have a very scarcity mindset, let's say, for example, a girl that you're really interested in completely rejects you when you show your interest, you're probably going to be very hurt over that because you have a scarcity mindset and you feel like, oh wow, like this one girl that I was really into, she completely dubbed me. Boo hoo. But if you have an abundance mindset, you recognize and understand that there are millions of other women on this planet and she's just one that ignored you. Who cares? You can go talk to a bunch of other different women who probably look and are way better than her personality wise. It's very important for men to be masters of their own emotions and have an abundance mindset over a scarcity mindset. Just look at the past few years where a bunch of athletes have thrown their whole lives and careers away once they found out their girlfriend was cheating on them and they decided to go upside their heads like Ike. I mean, is that really the right way to go about it? By physically harming somebody else because they weren't loyal to you? That shows a very scarcity type of mindset rather than abundance mindset, because yes, nobody likes to be cheated on, but you need to understand that there are millions of other people on this planet that you can get to know, and this is just one person. And this one person, yes, they aren't loyal to you, but you can find somebody way better out there who's going to go above and beyond to show that they're loyal and remain that way forever. It's clear that Lil Loaded had a very scarcity mindset and he viewed this girl as to be literally the meaning of life, like his reason for living. And once she basically showed that she's not loyal, he felt his reason to be alive was forever just gone. And this is why I preach that we need to be masters of our own emotions and have an abundance mindset over the scarcity one, because you get results like this, unfortunately. Like I said, my condolences to him and his friends and family. It's really sad that this happened, and I know many men on this planet are basically putting their all into a woman and making them their sole purpose. But you have to understand, you have a bigger purpose. Like Lil Loaded had a whole purpose. He was an artist. He was an up and coming new artist, and his whole purpose was his music. It shouldn't have been his girl. He should have focused on being the best artist he could possibly be and improving that each and every day. And he put too much of his emotions into this one woman, which resulted in him deciding to take his own life when she showed that she wasn't loyal. And again, this isn't me bashing him or dissing him. I'm simply analyzing the situation based on the whole reason and whatnot. So, and yeah, hopefully you learned something useful from this video. Hopefully you can apply it to yourself. Fellas, please do not make women your sole purpose for being alive. If you have a purpose, go out there and find it. And yeah, just focus on that. 80% your purpose, 20% women, until you decide to settle down, and then you can give more time to a woman, but still majority of your reason for being alive should be your purpose and providing for those close to you. I'll be putting some of his music that I like down in the description below, so if you guys are at all curious, you can still go down there and listen to those songs and support him. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. I am Lethal and I'm out. Deuces.